Hello again, peeps. Welcome back to Survival. This is Ice. And today, the first thing I want to talk about is, well, in the last episode's description, I mentioned a certain derp about this mob system, and I am peaceful and proud of it because, quite honestly, I was getting some serious mobbage. I would have never made it down here in non-peaceful game modes. So you might be asking, well, what is this major issue with the mob system that basically makes it out of commission? Well, if you don't know much about Minecraft mob science, then this won't make very much sense. But basically, mobs have this special golden range where they will work perfectly. Oh, and also ignore the too many items. I'm not going to be using it, obviously. I am actually working on making a map, which involves using too many items. So, don't mind that. In any case, yeah. Now, the derp with the mob system. Back to that. It's very basic, really, but also pretty advanced. If mobs are more than 24 blocks away from you, then they will be able to spawn. If mobs are not able to spawn less than 24 blocks away, so if I were to turn on easy mode right now, they would not spawn very much, purely because of that. Secondly, if they're farther than 32 blocks away, they will just stop moving, which is why we saw them kind of sitting up there on the spawning pads before. And that way they won't fall into the water streams and go on their merry ways at all. And because of that, it essentially means that our mob system is too far away from us, and we'll never be able to be in that golden range. So, in order to get just the right balance, we need it to be approximately 30 blocks above this point here, at y equals 40. And by doing this, we will not gain as much resources, but we will be able to actually get the mob system working. Now, I'm not going to be showing any of that building on camera, purely because, well, I showed it in the last episode. I mean, if you want to see mob system building, if you want to see me creating these spawning pads and hauling out this cave, you can go watch episode 36. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So when we get back, I'm pretty sure we will have a finished second mob system. I'm going to be using the same mob evader, just blocking off a good portion of it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. When you next see me, we should be getting some serious mobs in another mob system similar to this one. At that point, I guess we'll be back. See you then. Okay, so I am now starting the new spawning pads. Like I said, I'm not going to be recording much of this, but just to give you a little idea of the hardship I'm going to go through while making these, I'm in the middle of a ravine. I'm not sure whether that will make things easier or harder. It will certainly be good for my pick. But yeah, it's going to be an annoying process doing this all over again. However, I'm willing to do it if it means we have infinite, well, gunpowder, string, anything. Because I did test this mob evader works on spiders. And that's the plan. So when you next see this, it should be almost complete. I might do a few more progress updates. See you then. Okay, so now we have the fingers, if you will, of this mob system finished. As you can see, we have the 25 block tunnels. It's about as simple as it gets. I mean, obviously this is where there will be canals, and the water will just run down and into the main canal here. Now, I also went back down to the old spawning pads and lit those up so that we don't have the mob caps interfering, because that would be no good. Now, these are exactly the same length as the fingers on the other mob system. They're 25 blocks each. And in that case, the next step is to actually hollow out the spawning pads themselves. And that's going to take a lot longer than just these, and my pick is wearing down, sadly. Didn't last very long, holding out 2 mob systems. But, you know what? That's how it just has to go sometimes. So, when you next see this, it should be pretty close to its completion. There's not that much left to do once I've done that. I'm going to go down to the old mob system and collect some pressure plates as well. That's pretty much it, and we'll do the canals on camera, I think. See you then. Alright, we have one left. One of these things left, and then it's over. We will never have to build mob systems again. And I went and put up away some of my stuff, got my pressure plates from down there. All very nice. And that's the plan. Now, this mob system is going to be identical to the other, like I said, but also, I have a plan for this, like, for the actual what's going to happen to the mobs. I think we're going to have a system to sort the creepers out, because some TNT would make this job, like, 80% faster. This is so slow with the efficiency pick. Pretty close to breaking it, or at least it's halfway dead by now. Yeah, TNT would be probably the best resource to get right now. However, it's not too big of a deal to mine, but you know what? I don't know. That's the plan. We're almost done, in which case we'll be able to just throw in the water, which should be extremely quick, if I'm correct. Shouldn't take too long at all. And then we'll be able to actually see if it works, which is the fun part. And there you go. You, my friend, are the final block. Oh. Bam! Alright, there we go. This is finished. Now all we need to do is get an infinite water source running. Shouldn't be too hard. Well, actually, first we're going to stick down the pressure plates. So like I said, we start by skipping 2 in the first level, like this. Then we skip 3 into the next, 3 into the next, 3 into the next, and guess what happens next? 3 into the next set, and 3 into that set, too. And this seems to be offset weird. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I don't know how to deal with that. Actually, we can probably just leave it like that. Alright, now we're seriously done with this pad. So, what we want to do here is skip to, yeah, this isn't identical to the last mob system. The last mob system worked out a little wee bit differently. This should be fine, though, and of course my commentary is absolutely horrible. I haven't recorded in a few days, and I'm not supposed to put those there, am I? I'm not. Then, then we want pressure plates here as well, and pressure plates here. This is all a very simple pressure plate system, really, just to make sure that the mobs are contained and well done, I guess. Well, the goal is to be as fast as possible, and I did that using as high water as possible, and this is really weird. I don't remember it being like this before. I don't think I have these pressure plates here. Yeah, I didn't. No, I didn't have these pressure plates. Yeah, this is how it was. Okay. But yeah, I had it hot. I had the water a lot higher before, and that made it very, very fast. It's just such a shame that it had to break with the ambient distance for mobs. That's like an official and technical term for it. But you know what? It's a matter of trial and error, and pretty soon this will be done. We will be ready to actually do the good part. And we put pressure plates here. And a few more left, and then we can actually stick in the water, and, well, after 2 episodes of long, hard work, finally give it a tester. And you've probably watched me putting down pressure plates long enough, considering I've done it last episode as well, but, you know what, oh well. It works. And it appears that we have almost just enough pressure plates. Must have taken a few less than this one, though. So now, the next step is to find a decent place for the infinite water source. I think I can do it like this. I think this is probably the best way to do it so that the water doesn't escape. And it uses the resources that I have. Yeah, it just goes like that. So now, all I'm going to do is stick water in all these pressure plate sections. Should take me quite a while. And we'll be back. I will see you when it's done. Alright, almost done. Yep. And now, the project is complete. We no longer have to worry about these spawning pads. Ever again. Ever. And this is what it looks like. Pretty similar to the old design. I did change one thing in the corners, though. A little bit of pressure plate and magic, in my opinion. If we go over here, we can see that this little thing here is happening. So, what this is, basically the mobs will come along, it works really well, and get pushed into the next water stream. It's just kind of like, almost like a repeater for mobs, just keeps them going. And then they'll just head on to here, this pressure plate kind of makes them jump, and then they'll head up the mob evader. Simple as that. And there you go, that's pretty much how the mob system is going to work. Now the next step, of course, is to actually test it. So we're going to get rid of the one light in here, right here, and set it to easy. Alright, let's see if we can see some mobs spawning. Yeah, I guess we don't need this sign here anymore. They certainly look like the old pads. They certainly do. But, well, let's see. How many mobs do we see? 14, and none of them are on here. That is worrying. Definitely some of them are bats. I don't think those change anything, though. Well, we will see if it works. We're gonna head up for a little bit, and then we'll check it out down here, I guess you could say. Let's wait. Just run around a little bit, because, like, obviously there are spots where we have to kind of keep the mobs in the 32 block range. Just like this. And that should be about enough time. We really don't need that much time. Let's head down. Let's see how it goes. There are definitely mobs down there, but are they all bats? I don't know. Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 Fast mob evader. Well, we have at least one mob down there. We know it works on spiders. Well, even that many mobs, in that amount of time, if we got mobs, then I'm pretty sure we're good. Whoa! Whoa! No! 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 Not in the lava! Not in the lava! No! 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 Darn it! Oh, I hope my pick is okay. Oh, man, that worked a bit better than I hoped. Jesus. Wow, that was intense. That was intense. Let's see. Pray for my pick. And guess what? It's the one item I lost. Well, in reality, it served its purpose. It served its purpose as a beautiful pick that lasted me a decent amount of time, and then died in lava. It's almost fitting. I'm sorry, pick. Just make sure it's not down here. We'll go on peaceful. Make sure it's not down here. I'm pretty sure it's in the lava, though. And I am correct about that. Okay, well, I guess that's how it goes. Oh well, one pick doesn't matter too much in my opinion. So, we know it works now, which is good. The next step is to get tons upon pressure plates. Is to get tons upon tons of sand. Oh! 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 Yeah! Alright, we need tons of sand for glass tubes. I have a pretty well thought out plan for this mob system here. You'll be able to flick a switch and it will be able to change between XP farm mode and just mob drop farm mode, I guess. And we should stay on peaceful until we have some kind of barrier around here, or at least a stopper. Now, we won't sort the mobs. We won't sort spiders out if it's XP. If it's for XP. What am I trying to say here? We will not sort spiders out if it's on XP mode. We'll just put everything in the same place. If it's not on XP mode, then we will have probably a sorter between spiders and non-spider mobs. And that's pretty much really all I want to have. It won't be too complicated. The redstone behind it will be utterly simple. And that's kind of the plan. I'm planning to use as little glass as possible. It's also going to take a lot more signs because we need to extend the mob evader upwards. I'm also going to have to research how much health each mob has, each mob that could possibly get into here. I think they all have 20, which would be convenient, but I'll just have to check that out. Let's just see how much sand or glass we actually have at the moment, though. Head back in here. And up. And to the chest room. I can probably just off my two. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Let's see. I have 3 sand in there. That's a good start. Totally good start. Sandstone doesn't help us. Nope. 1 glass. Good, good. Last chest. Don't fail us. Last chest fails us. Okay, so we need lots and lots of sand. In that case, I'm pretty sure we have diamonds, right? I somehow remember having diamonds. I must have used them all. Well, I'll just take some of my iron shovels. They need use. I have so many of them. There we go. And I guess I'll see you in a bit when we have successfully gotten a few stacks of sand. Shouldn't take too much glass. I'll try and calculate how much, and I'll see you then. Okay, so I was mistaken. While I dig some of this sand, I'll just talk to you about how the mob system's going to work. I was very mistaken. Basically, spiders have less health than other mobs, so we're going to need to sort them out before we actually go into the XP area. This means that we'll have to have 2 trapped spider or 1 spider sorter, and then 2 separators for XP mode or not. And that will make sense more once we actually start the mob system, which I think will mainly be in the next episode. We might smelt this glass and make the basic setup for the mob evader to start with, but really, I don't think it's that necessary. Spider separators are very easy to make. You just use a hole, rather large hole. Simple as that. And that's really all you need to know. I mean, it will make a lot more sense once we start. Alright, we don't have quite enough fuel to smelt all this stuff, unfortunately, but luckily we have a better idea. This episode I want to keep fairly short, because if I've learned anything over the course of doing YouTube, it's that people like to watch short episodes. Long episodes are just hard to watch on YouTube for some reason. And I actually agree with that myself. Here we have my chest full of other stuff. And there's more fuel, perfect. But yeah, people don't really like to watch long episodes, so I'm just gonna cut this episode here. I hope you enjoyed the video as always, and please tell me if you like this length, or 20 minutes, or even maybe half an hour I'll do sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and maybe even subscribe if that's your thing. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, bye now. Next episode we'll be working on creating the sorter and XP shop mode. See you then.